Come back before we get started with your business news. Now, the ANC Nec is meeting in Irene in Pretoria, and for more on that, we're now joined by reporter Aldrin Sampear, who's covering that story for us. Aldrin, good afternoon to you. What is on the ANC's NEC agenda?
Well, good afternoon, Alicia. A whole host of issues, and first of all is that breaking news coming through from the ANC's NEC is that the branches, remember that the ANC has been saying after its previous NEC meeting that it will be consulting with its branches on various issues as to how the party arrived to the 8% decline during the local municipal elections. And of course, just before those crisscrossing the country, one of the issues that came to light was a call from the ANC Youth League that there will be an early elective conference. The ANC Youth League blaming the leadership of the ANC, saying that there should be a new leadership that be elected, and various structures of the ANC, including its alliance partners, then came out, and they also made the pronouncement saying that there should actually be a consultative conference taking place. The SABC has called for that, COSATU has called for that as well as various other provinces of the ANC, including Gauteng and the Eastern Cape. The ANC is saying today that it has gone throughout the country, speaking to its various branches, and the branches have overwhelmingly rejected those calls for an early elective conference, as well as calls for a consultative conference. So, as it seems, the ANC's elective conference will be happening as scheduled next year, December. That's in 2017, of course, and that's when that elective conference will be happening. It won't be happening anytime soon, and the consultative conference as well, that won't be taking place. Another issue, of course, is fees must fall. Remember, yesterday, Cabinet also indicated that they spent hours on end discussing the issue around fees must fall, as well as the violence that has been unfolding throughout the universities, throughout the country, and that will be discussed here today as well. Earlier on, I spoke to Zizi Kodwa, and this is something strangely which is not on the agenda, is the spat between Pravin Gordhan, the finance minister, as well as the Hawks. We know that the tensions between them has translated into the rand crashing, and Zizi Kodwa indicating that that issue will not be discussed at this NEC. It was already discussed during the previous NEC, but there have been calls that the NEC has made to all its members to stop speaking on this issue, as Zizi Kodwa says, because it hurts the image of the party. We've heard Enoch Kotongwana, who spoke about it. We've also heard the ANC's alliance partners, the SACP as well as COSATU, speak on those, and the ANC is saying that those are independent structures, that is the SACP as well as COSATU. Those are independent structures, so they are allowed to pronounce on various issues. But remember that the ANC Youth League has also pronounced on this issue, and they've also spoken out about the spat between the Hawks as well as Pravin Gordhan, and Zizi Kodwa indicating that the ANC has been in consultation with the African National Congress Youth League to make sure that they don't make any pronouncement with regards to this issue.
So, Aldrin, with all those issues, taking place to be discussed, then when can we expect the actual outcome of this particular sitting?
The outcome is expected on Monday. That's when we expect the outcome from this NEC meeting. And of course, many will be looking very closely on with regards to that, the consultative conference, because remember that other very senior members within the ANC, including Baleka Mbete, said that issue will be discussed here at the NEC meeting. So we'll have to wait and see what exactly the outcome of that is. And in terms of the interventions that have been put in place by the Justice Cluster, the Justice and Security Cluster, with regards to the fees must fall, we know that they were supposed to have a briefing earlier this afternoon. Not too sure if that briefing did eventually take place, but we are expecting the NEC to be deliberating on those issues, as well as interventions and probably discussions around how do they ensure that there is what the ANC has been calling for since the dawn of democracy, that is free education, which is something which is also in the Freedom Charter.
Thank you for that update, Aldrin Sampear. Will definitely get in touch with him as we get the latest developments from the ANC's NEC meeting in Pretoria. Reserve Bank